Hello, welcome to the Masters of Inventory, your go-to podcast for all things Shopify and RFID. Right. If you heard that correctly, if you are a Shopify retailer, listen up. We've got a podcast episode just for you.
Right. And this is a question we keep getting asked. There's lots of Shopify retailers out there, and you are likely one of them, and you're probably asking yourself, hey, I've heard about this new incredible technology, RFID. Is there someone out there that can help support me in my Shopify store? So,
well, you found the right two people.
You found the right two people. Exactly.
Well, I'm Mandy, and joining me is CEO Stan Andrus of Simple RFID.
Hello.
And today we're going to discuss how Shopify sellers are using RFID to boost profits, increase efficiency, and scale their business. And there are a lot of misconceptions about RFID, that it doesn't work for some items or that it's too expensive and only big companies can afford it. But we're here to set the record straight.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of misconceptions out there. And we're going to hopefully cut through and dispel those rumors or those misconceptions. We've actually spent the last 8 years working with Shopify and developing an integration to really make the processes as simple and as user-friendly as possible. So we will talk a little bit about those in today's episode, but we're going to dive into some important topics, things like tagging. When and where is the best place to be tagging my inventory? We're going to talk about how, and why it's so critical to maintain inventory accuracy, especially when it comes to your online channels. We're going to talk about how it's critical to utilize reorder points and set mins and maxes for your items so that you are ordering in a timely manner from your suppliers, but also very importantly that you're restocking your shelves in your stores. We'll talk about order verification and why it is so important to scan and verify packages for accuracy and capture that serial level detail. Some Shopify vendors have reached out to us and told us how important it is for them to manage and maintain serial level accuracy with their sales orders. So we'll talk a little bit about that. We'll talk about the new fulfillment demands that are placed on Shopify retailers like BOPUS, and we'll talk about what that means.
It's not a ball.
It's not. Yeah, and we'll talk about multi-location. This is also something that's very big with a lot of our customers, and how important it is to manage accuracy when you're talking about multiple stores or multiple distribution centers or both. And then finally, we're going to talk about our solution, really our Shopify app, and how we've made it totally a breeze for retailers to immediately start using this incredible technology. So yeah, let's dive in.
Perfect outline. Okay. So first, we're going to talk about where and when to tag inventory. So one of the biggest myths about RFID is that you need a specialized label company to print your tags or your stickers. This approach can lead to delays and substantially increase the costs. The fact is, you don't need to rely on third-party companies. You can print your own RFID labels on demand right when you need them. When and where is the best place to tag your inventory items? As far upstream as possible, meaning at the supplier or your manufacturer. This means you can see what is shipping to you before it even leaves the factory, because they're going to tag it and you'll be able to scan, get the RFID, serial tag number, and then when you receive it, you'll know you got that exact same item. So that's pretty great.
Right.
So instead of waiting for label shipments to arrive, and then you discover a problem, you can be able to do this internally, not deal with that. Another issue is you could be dealing with added outsourcing expenses.
Right.
So you're able to provide your suppliers with an RFID printer and reader, and your products will arrive to you tagged with RFID. So this makes your receiving process a snap, because you'll be able to receive those purchase orders complete, know you received every single item you're paying for, which we hear is a problem.
Big time.
Sometimes they receive purchase orders and they're manually counting them, or maybe they don't count what's on the pallet.
Right. Absolutely. Super common. We see this all the time, and that is that lack of visibility between where your suppliers are at and that product. It may be overseas. We see that a lot of times, or even coming from different manufacturers. And yeah, tracking that all the way until it arrives at your location is a huge empty spot for most retailers. RFID completely changes that, right? So it closes that gap entirely. Obviously we're talking about how important it is also to manage accuracy when it comes to your online channels. And really, you think back when it was only in-store shopping that existed. If you went to a store and they didn't have the item, what did they say? Let me run in back and see if I can find it in the back for you. And they'd disappear for 10 minutes and come back and either with the item, or they'd say, sorry, it looks like we're all out of that. And that was the experience for inventory management before online came along. Well, now customers have way more ways to buy things, and one of the most common ways, of course, for shoppers to purchase items is online. Well, having accuracy when it comes to online is a huge important thing, because the difference is then that the shopper is going to pull out their credit card, they're going to pay for the item, they're going to be happy because they're excited about the new item that they've purchased, and they're going to get their tracking, hopefully. Meanwhile, you're going to be there searching for the item, trying to fulfill that, and realizing, oh, guess we don't have that anymore.
How embarrassing.
And having to communicate that with the customer, who's likely going to cancel the order. You're going to have to refund them, or they're going to be sitting around for 4 to 6 weeks until you get the item in stock. So it's a really great place to lose customers if you have inaccuracy in your online channels. It's probably the best place, and it's a great way to produce a whole bunch of extra work for your staff, who is going to be chasing around dealing with the fallout. It's a great way to lose money and sleepless nights. So if you're looking to, add pain to your life, that's the best way I would say is have bad inventory accuracy when it comes to your online channels.
Yeah, very stressful.
Absolutely.
But there's a better way.
There is a better way. So let's talk a little bit about the importance of balancing stock between your warehouse and your stores. So the fact is maintaining accuracy is paramount, but the next most important thing is making sure that the product is where it's supposed to be when you need it. So, it does no good to have the item and then have it sitting in the back stock and never out on the sales floor. So a really important component of this is managing accuracy when it comes to reorder points and thresholds, setting those mins and maxes for your showroom floor, for example, or for your warehouse, so that you can reorder those items in a timely fashion. So that's really, really critical, and it's something that oftentimes gets missed. And so that's something, as a Shopify seller, you're going to want to maintain accuracy when it comes to those reorder points.
We've also talked to people who have like boxes of inventory they don't even know exists because it's been sitting there for so long. So there's missed opportunity to sell, as long as they get it tagged, then they're going to know, hey, I've got this, and be able to track it down. Right.
Absolutely. Totally. A really good point. I mean, a lot of times we do see the items are there somewhere. They maybe almost like forgot about the product for a huge period of time. And if you think about it, it's literally like hiding money, squirreling money away and not realizing that you had that money there to be able to sell, to buy new product. And then that inventory gets stale, might be outdated, maybe product that you're going to have to now discount. So great way also for Shopify vendors to lose money is to not have all of those items posted and listed online, like you're saying. So yeah, really good point. Amazing. Yeah. So let's see here. So we talked about the new fulfillment demands. Yeah, Mandy, do you want to talk to our listeners a little bit about how RFID really helps manage inventory at multiple locations?
Yeah, of course. So because all the tags are serialized, they can only exist at one place at a time. So when you have multiple locations and you need to maybe transfer inventory from one store to another, it makes it really easy because you can scan. I'm going to send these items. You do an RFID scan. Now those serial numbers are known. And then when they receive it at the other location, they'll do another scan, and it moves automatically because the system knows like these are serialized items. So that's a really amazing way to know you've received your stock transfers. Also with with RFID and, specifically our solution, you'll be able to update specific inventory, like locations, according to what is physically there at that location.
Right. Absolutely. Yeah. That's a big challenge for companies that manage and maintain multiple storefronts, is knowing, did we get that product in and have we deducted that from the origin location? And so it can be a constant source of challenge and headache for retailers with multiple storefronts, like you're saying. And RFID really does. It makes it a complete breeze where all of that is maintained just inherently because of the technology. And like Mandy's saying, you're only able to have one serial number per location. You can't have the same item existing at more than one place at the same time. So really super cool.
Okay, I think we might have a question. There might be some listeners out there who are basically mandated to tag their inventory with RFID for vendors like Nordstrom, Dillard's, Macy's, some of the big ones. So can we help them with GS1 compliance?
Yeah, absolutely. It's a really great question. That does seem to come up more and more often. Brands out there that are selling, like a private brand into Nordstrom or Macy's or Dillard's or whatever store, any of these big box retailers, they do require the UPC barcode and the corresponding RFID format. And really, it's become almost like the standard already, where if you're selling any product into these guys, they will require that you have these RFID tags on your products. So through the simple RFID solution, we make it really easy to utilize utilize existing tags. I guess we're kind of off topic on that.
That's okay.
I'm gonna have to clip.
It's
that
all
part.
Good information.
So basically, we make it easy for you to print compliant labels. And then I was kind of going into the other half of it, and that is, or utilize existing labels on products that you already sell today, like Nike or Adidas or Puma. They are now tagging all of their products with this technology. And so it's easy to use their tags as well.
I think it's worth mentioning because I'm sure there's a lot of Shopify sellers out there that are selling these brands, and they need to know about the Brand Magic tool.
Right. Yeah. So basically, we have developed a solution that allows you to go in and really easily use existing tags on the products that you sell today. By just going in and scanning the inventory, you're able to extract what's called a GTIN. It stands for Global Trade Identification Number. And basically, the GTIN is what's used to create your UPC barcode. So we can see that information when we scan the RFID tag, and then be able to immediately match that up with a live product by retrieving the pictures and descriptions and sizes and colors and prices and any information out there for these products. We can pull that information back to our platform and associate it with those tags. So it makes it really super easy for companies to, if you are selling a bunch of Nike or Adidas or Puma or any of these brands, to utilize those existing tags immediately, really.
So what does that look like in action? Because we've gone into the mall, been to a few of the big stores, and just performed a scan, and within like 1 minute, you can see, like, for instance, there was Levi's, I think. We could tell the style of the jeans, like how many that there were, the different varieties, sizes, everything.
Right, exactly.
And the pictures.
Yep.
And we went into some mall stores that had a lot of shoes way up in the rafters, and it's just like, within a few minutes, we had counted thousands of these items and immediately had them on our app. So this is a huge time saver. And then immediately they can use that to then go search and find them.
Right.
So not have to re-sticker them.
Yeah, exactly. You get all the benefits of RFID without the hassle and the cost associated with tagging your stuff with RFID, which is huge. I mean, Shopify, and there's a lot of Shopify sellers out there that are selling, running shoes, or the classic sneaker boutiques, or, companies that are selling brands like Levi's, and most of them are unaware that they can utilize these existing RFID tags right now. And it's very easy. So both, if you're a private brand or if you're selling product that's already tagged, we can totally help you, and it's easy. It's simple. So.
Okay, well, I think next our listeners are probably curious about how the Shopify integration works and how it makes it easy to use RFID. So, Stan, if you could paint the picture of a new customer's process to get connected and how they can easily use the solution.
Yeah, for sure. So obviously you do have to have an account with Simple RFID to be able to connect this and utilize the software. But what you're going to do is after you're signed up with Simple RFID, you'll go into your Shopify account, and from the App Center, you'll download the Simple RFID app. It's an extension, and it allows you to connect your Simple RFID account directly with your Shopify app. And then you're able to immediately copy over products. So that way you're not having to double enter, you don't have the duplicate entry problem where you're typing things in twice or having to, copy and paste things over. You're able to immediately use the products the product definitions you already have with the pictures and descriptions and everything. And then you're able to immediately print your RFID stickers from the information that you have inside Shopify, or as we just have mentioned, utilize the existing tags on the products that you now sell. So an important thing to note is that if you do have products that are already tagged and you want to utilize those tags in the products today, you do need to have the proper UPC barcode, or if it's sold in another part of the world, the EAN or JAN barcode. But as long as that barcode is entered into the ISBN UPC field there inside Shopify, it's going to automatically associate and link up with that tag or with those tags. So it makes it really super easy to utilize those existing tags. Or, as I've mentioned, you can print stickers directly through the Simple RFID application, really easy. At that point, you're going to go in, you're going to perform a scan of your retail store. And as we've mentioned before, you can scan over 1,000 items per minute. So most retailers are going to be able to go in and scan their stores, pick up all those tags, and then immediately perform a comparison. So inside the Simple RFID Shopify Bridge application is the ability to compare the on-hand quantity. So the on-hand quantity, as the listeners well know, that is everything that you have sitting on the shelves, whether or not there has been an order placed against it or not. So your on-hand quantity is everything you have physically there that has not been fulfilled. At that point, you're going to be comparing your fresh RFID counts against those on-hand quantities and identifying where there are discrepancies to make those adjustments and make sure that your inventory is spot on. So we are able to get inventory accuracy upwards of 99% with this technology, which is pretty hard to believe, right? So you get really super accurate, and then really eliminate all those problems where people would be purchasing items that you actually don't have, or missing sales because you haven't posted it for sale on your Shopify channel. So
magical.
Yeah, totally, right?
Way better than taking a pen and paper and clipboard and jotting down your
barcode
accounts.
scanning for 6 weeks. And
I know, right? Awesome. So by following these steps, Shopify retailers can integrate RFID into their operations quickly and easily. And plus, with ongoing support, they won't feel overwhelmed or, frustrated in the process, because our team's there to help them through it. So, Stan, what about the flexibility of the platform regarding devices? Are they compatible with iOS and Android?
Yeah, and that's one of the best things that we did is we've built our mobile platform on both iOS and Android. So you're able to use any existing hardware you have at your store. Most of our customers will have like an iPad or something like that they'll connect with their handheld RFID reader. So they'll connect it up. In next year in 2025, we are going to be releasing a point of sale app scanner. So you'll be able to use a smaller handheld RFID reader to scan product at the point of sale, which will immediately capture the related serial numbers to allow customers to purchase those items. It's going to really streamline the checkout process and make it a lot faster. But an important thing is in 2025, so next year, we'll also be releasing our theft detection. So in conjunction with that checkout feature, we'll offer portals, which are going to allow for customers to exit and identify if things are leaving that have not yet been paid for. So that's been something that we've had requests for several years now. So that has been on our roadmap, and Fortunately, we're making headway on that. So that's something that we're excited to announce that will be coming in 2025. So
amazing.
Yeah.
Well, to wrap it up, for any Shopify sellers out there looking to streamline operations, boost profits, scale their business, simple RFID is the solution. We've spent over 8 years refining our Shopify integration to make it powerful, simple, and effective. So reach out to schedule a live demo and see firsthand how easy it is to get started.
Yeah, absolutely. We'd love to hear from you. We'd love to talk with you about your unique business use case and the challenges that you face, and really show you firsthand how RFID can really help take your business to the next level and scale. It seems like when you grow, your problems grow with you. RFID is the one place where it really, bucks the trend on that. You can grow and scale without those problems also growing and scaling with you. So, reach out to us today. We'd love to chat with you and learn about your business and share how RFID can help you specifically. And we'd love to see you grow. Excited about our Shopify integration, and we thank you for joining us today.
Yeah, thank you for listening.
Yeah, thanks.
Until next time.
Yeah, take care.